Hey guys, Randy Baruh here from the Corcoran Group. Today, I will be answering your questions about real estate and things in New York City. So the first question I'm going to answer today is, where can you get the best bang for your buck? Well, I think Harlem is one of the most incredible bangs for your buck in all of New York City. Number one, you have beautiful streets, gorgeous brownstones, and it's incredibly convenient. You have all the trains there, the B, the C, the 2, the 3, the 4, and the 5 train. So it's easy to get to, easy to go downtown from, and you can get some great deals there. Another question I get all the time are some tips for renting in New York City. Well, the best tip that I can give you if you're looking for a rental in New York City is get your paperwork together before you start going out and looking at things. You want to have your tax return, you want to have some pay stubs, you want to have some reference letters, and armed with that stuff, you're going to be better prepared to get that awesome apartment. Another question, Manhattan versus Brooklyn. I love Manhattan and I love Brooklyn, but I will tell you the market is crazy in Brooklyn and has been for as long as I can remember. Even through 2020, we were getting multiple offers on properties all over Brooklyn. So if you're looking for a great place to live, but don't mind a lot of competition, check out some neighborhoods in Brooklyn. In Brooklyn, you're gonna get a lot of tree-lined brownstone streets and a lot of the brownstone areas. Certain areas of Brooklyn are really, really hot, where you're getting a lot of cool restaurants and you're getting great bars and a lot of amazing nightlife. Other areas of Brooklyn are gonna be quiet, are gonna be great for taking a stroll, lots of parks, lots of trees, and a great neighborhood. The priciest street in New York City, this is apparently 71st Street between Madison and Park. There are some fancy limestone mansions in this area, some of which are currently priced in the $80 million range. So you want to look at some fancy limestone mansions, actually go up to the Metropolitan Museum, take a look around, and you'll see some incredible historic homes from the Gilded Age. So if you like that show, that's a great area to kind of look at some stuff. Another one, what's the best steakhouse in New York City? Last night, I went to Gage and Tollner on Fulton Street in Brooklyn. That's been around since 1879, and it was recently relaunched and refurbished. And I'll tell you, we had an incredible 32-ounce T-bone steak paired with another 28-ounce bone-in ribeye, and I was incredibly impressed. So you guys should check out Gage and Tollner in Brooklyn for an amazing steak. The most unique amenity. So this is kind of a crazy story. Once I had a client who's a superstar in the NBA, and we were looking at his property, and he had a special room designed for smoking weed. He had put an air circulator on the ceiling, broke through the roof to pull all the smoke out so he wouldn't bother his neighbors. I thought that was kind of an interesting amenity to the apartment. And for anyone looking to buy who enjoys some ganja now and then, that could be a great factor to play into their decision-making process. One of your questions, what is my craziest real estate story? I've told this story a couple times, and way back when I started renting apartments, I was showing an apartment on the 7th floor of a 7-story walk-up. And I was showing to this young lady who was fairly provocatively dressed, but to each their own. And we went up, we looked around the apartment, and she said, I really love this apartment, I really want to take it, what do I have to do? I said, well, fill out an application, we were going to ask for some reference letters, a couple bank statements, a reference letter from your landlord, so on and so forth. She said, wait a second, I don't have a guarantor and I don't make enough money to cover this apartment. So what do I have to do to get this apartment? And I said, well, there's something called insure rent, there's some other services that can act as a guarantor for you. She's cut me off, she said, no. What do I have to do to get this apartment? And now I felt that she was asking for something different than providing paperwork, maybe providing some other kind of service. And I just kind of played dumb and I was like, well, the weirdest street names. So New York has some funky street names. Someone asked me what the weirdest street names I've ever encountered was. And up in Inwood, there's a street named Seaman, which is perpendicular to another street named Cumming. So we used to rent in a building right on the corner of Seaman and Cumming, and I used to have to literally tell people when they asked to see this apartment to meet me on the corner of Seaman and Cumming, and it was kind of a funny situation. You guys should go check it out. It's actually a beautiful street in Inwood right near Fort Tryon Park. Thank you so much for all of your questions. If you like what you heard, please like. If you want to hear more, subscribe. And if you have any other questions that you'd like me to answer, please leave them in the comments below. Take it easy.